Welcome to Crosswork Reviews. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Batman. I think that this film did a great job at being original, but also at still making nods and staying true to the classic themes and aspects of past iterations of Batman. The acting was great on everybody's end, and Robert Pattinson wore the cowl really well, I think. He may actually be one of my favorite live-action versions of Batman, along with Ben Affleck, even though I do think that The Dark Knight is still the better of the live-action Batman movies. The reason I keep saying live-action is because I grew up with the Kevin Conroy animated Batman series, as well as the original Justice League show. So that is my high bar for what Batman should be. But I could rant a while about my opinions of the live-action Batmans, but I won't, because that's not why you're here. Anyway, something that I did appreciate about the film was that they made him use his detective skills, which he's known for in the animated series as well as the comics. And this is also supposed to take place 2 years into his batness, so he is flawed and there's a lot of room for improvement in both his character side and his skill sets, which I found really exciting and I wanted to know more about by the time the film was done. The cinematography, as a lot of people have stated, was also really cool. The frame also felt very dirty and had a lot of flaws, which helped the story and the characters feel very real, which is actually part of my complaints about the Dark Knight trilogy, but I won't go into that. Told you I wouldn't. And also, the darker tones of this film really allow for the evil of Gotham and its people to show their true colors, or lack thereof. However, there wasn't really that much action, and at least to me, when I want to go see a superhero movie, I'm usually expecting action, so the lack of action wasn't a bad thing, but I wasn't expecting a film mostly built off of dialogue. But when there was action, it was pretty cool. It looked really nice. And then the last thing that I didn't really care for was that this movie created such a big world that unless they make a sequel, which thankfully they are, there's too much information and too many characters and too much into this world to condense it just into this movie. I don't think it works very well as a standalone movie, especially if you don't know anything about Batman and this is your first time seeing what he may be like. And now a segment for the parents. Out of all the live-action Batman movies, I do think that this is probably the darkest one. Maybe not in terms of the evil villains or the supernatural scary aspects, but more in regards to the tones and visuals. This version of Gotham City is very visually dark. I don't even think there are any daytime scenes, and it deals with more deep, like sewer rat crime groups. Although Batman maintains his no-killing boundary, in this film, much of his drive as Batman is vengeance, which I find makes him at least conceptually darker than other iterations, apart from maybe Ben Affleck's Batman in Batman vs. Superman or the Justice League. There are some central aspects and more language than in other versions, and there are some pretty violent aspects in this film, both off-screen and on. I would say that this is the most adult version of Batman, again in live action, and although it is a very well done film, and I did enjoy it, I would veer any kid under the age of 16 or so from it, and then to a more friendly Batman such as Adam West, or then Michael Keaton, or the Dark Knight trilogy. And that's it for this review. If you're interested in more reviews, go ahead and check out my Instagram where I will periodically post slightly abridged reviews for this and other movies not on this channel. And then for those of you who want to know more about the specific contents of this film, I have the links to the plugged in and Common Sense Media reviews down below, as well as the Parents Guide for IMDb. So, please subscribe, maybe like the video, and I'll see you in the next one.